It is only when we truly know and understand we have limited time on earth, and we have no way of knowing when our time is up, that we will begin to live each day to the fullest, as if it were the only one we have. "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. The purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for a newer and richer experience. To those who stay put, the world is but an imaginary place. But to the movers, the makers, and the shakers, the world is all around, an endless invitation. So the only question left to ask yourself is, where should you go now?
It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday too. It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday too. It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday too. Yeah, it's about to get hyped up. It's about to get excited. Oh my goodness. Welcome back to a brand new installment of your Yob Daily. My name is Ali Madawi, and I happen to be the global master trainer of an entrepreneurial community, the world's greatest, that helps you start, grow, or scale a business. And you can also mentor others, make money along the way at a low cost, should you want to do so. Now, with that, today I'm going to talk to you like I'm going to talk to me. When it comes down to leadership, we have to have an honest conversation. So this is where you put any distractions down, put that book down, put the iPad away. Come on, turn off that music. Come here. We need to talk. Well, today is the day that I'm going to talk to you about a few things as to why your team is not growing. And yes, it's going to be a little bit of reality check. Now, no matter what company, no matter what product, no matter what service, the foundation is always the same. What I will tell you, the differentiator, the driver is you. And I'm going to share with you some of the good things that I've done. Definitely a lot of the bad things that I've done too, that have led for me to either have production, have growth, have incredible amount of success, or definitely lack thereof. So good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be around the world. And let's get right into it. First things first, the truth of why you're not having success is 100% your responsibility. Now, if you're not having success, I'm not going to say it's totally your fault, but it is your responsibility. And here is why. So let me give you an analogy. There is a factory that makes cars. They're the same exact identical vehicles. They use the same exact type of gas or electric, depending on what the type of car is. And there's one differentiator. You are the driver of that vehicle. And based on how you are educated, your temperament, your mindset, your style of driving, how much or how long you've been driving, you're going to have a different experience. For example, if I was a Formula One driver or a NASCAR driver, man, I guarantee you it's going to be an exciting, exhilarating, for some of you, even a little bit scary, but we're going to get there real fast, and we're going to there for a fact, safe, extremely safe, because we know exactly how to handle the road. Now, if you just started driving yesterday and just got your permit, you probably have your chair all the way in front of, the steering wheel, and you're still terrified, and you're going, 20 miles lesser than everybody else on the highway or even your street. Now, the reason I share this with you is because at times you may not be ready to have that success just yet, because everyone around you knows you are a new driver. And by being a brand new driver, by default, you're not trusted, or forget trusted. You're just not the driver of choice that's going to get me to the destination where I want to go, because I know you're brand new. So many of you, you're brand new in network marketing. Many of you are brand new in business overall. And in your mindset, my product, my service, my offer, my compensation plan is 100% the best thing ever. good. That's like saying, I got the best car ever. I love my car. And for everybody else, they're like, look at that little piece of crap, right? That's how they see it. But you're thinking it's the best thing ever. But it's not about what I think. It's about the perception of everybody around me when it comes in business. And that's a good thing, just so you know, because you can control that perception. Now, on the other hand, as a driver, when I give you an opportunity, all right, cool, I guess I'll ride with you today. Are you, as a driver, showing me that I can trust you? In other words, are you playing on your cell phone the whole time and distracted? That's like if you tell me, hey, I need you to come to the Zoom and check out an opportunity with me. And the whole time that I'm staring at you, you're not even paying attention to the very same presentation that you invited me to. So I'm thinking you're not even taking this thing seriously and you want me to trust you and ride with you in it every single day. So by default, your behavior showed me that you're not taking it seriously. Or are you sitting down, right? Remember the first time we were driving, right? 2 and 10, or 3 and 6, and we're paying attention. A few months later, you got your leg up, you got your soda in this corner, and you're eating the burger and driving with one leg, and you got the French fries in between your legs. Don't lie. I've seen you go to that McDonald's drive-thru. Don't you do it again. It's not good for you. Now, my point being is you get to a point where you become very comfortable, and within your comfort, your team starts to realize this person is way too comfortable and not serious and or careful enough for me to get to my final destination. So therefore, I don't think you're the answer for me to get there. And I start to get skeptical. Now, I won't tell you that I'm skeptical about you, but what I will do is like, hey, actually, my stop is right here. I'm like, I thought you were going to downtown. Yeah, no, I know, but my stop is right here. I appreciate you. So in other words, I'm saying to you, let me think about it. I'll talk to my wife and I'll call you back tomorrow. In other words, I just got rid of you. So I know I speak in analogies a lot just to kind of give you a visual to understand what goes in the mindset of either your prospect or that person who has given you an opportunity to join you. They gave you an opportunity. You didn't give them one. They gave you an opportunity to join you in your business. And all of a sudden they realize, not the right person for me. Now, the last but not least, and this probably is the one why people quit, you setting up the wrong expectations. Letting them know, oh, we're going to get there on time. We're going to have the best music. I have enough snacks. Don't worry. And next thing you know, they get in the car and it's empty. The tank is already on E. And you told them that you were going to be okay. Next thing you know, you're telling them, hey, I need you to get off and push the car. They were expected to sit and have a smooth ride. And now you're making them do heavy lifting. So in this case, a lot of people come in our business and we'll tell them things like, don't worry, I'll build one leg for you. You just have to build the other one. And that person was like, oh, awesome. I just got to bring one. Cool. So that expectation sounds good if you can back it up. But if you are not set up to win and help them out, like you said, they're most likely are not going to be as happy or as excited. And more than not, they're going to end up leaving your business or giving them the perception that it's going to be very easy. This is the easiest thing ever. You just got to refer 2 people and you become rich. Ta-da! No, there's a lot more, because to find the 2 people, there needs to be a collaboration of my network and your network and going through 30 to 60 people to find the right 2. That's the actual right expectation that you have to set up. Because if you were to tell that to everybody, most people would say, I don't want to go through 60 people to find 2. And that's why you end up saying, it's easy, just 2 people. Ta-da! So I share this with you because I respect you enough that I don't want you to hurt your own business. The worst thing that you can do is try to add a compensation within a compensation. In my career of 14, going on 15 years now, and done about $2 billion of total sales with different organizations, you know what I was always told? Hey, Ali, you come and bring your whole network. We'll give you an add-on $25,000 here, or we'll give you $10,000 a month for 6 months, or we'll do this, or we'll do that. Those are side deals, right? And companies have the right to do that if the person is going to deliver to them. I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at the fact that they don't usually disclose it and they hide it and it's a hide secret. And, they get me on stage to say, yay, this is the best company ever. I built it from scratch. While in reality, I probably got plugged in, right? That's a side note. But if you are starting and you're not necessarily where you need to be financially, and you start to say things like, hey, if you do XYZ, I'll give you an extra $1,000 out of my pocket outside the company, just to kind of try to entice that person to join you in your business. What would end up happening is that person will be a little bit short from hitting their mark, and then they're going to be disappointed and sad anyways. B, when they do make it, they're going to tell everybody else, hey, here is what you can do. And they're going to try to continue that. You created the wrong culture. So my recommendation to you is stick with what you have. The vehicle is good enough as is. You bought it for a reason. You as a driver, you just got to be honest. Hey, I'm a new driver, so I'm going to need you to help me out and keep an eye, on my blind side for me every now and then. And you may have to pick up some snacks on the way. And please don't touch the actual music. That's my favorite playlist. Setting up the right expectation, letting them know who you are as a driver, and now you are riding together, assuming you are what you say you are. And unfortunately, the reason why a lot of times we don't do what I'm sharing with you right now is that we have these limiting beliefs in our own brain. If you find yourself asking yourself this question, am I good enough of a leader? If you ask that question to yourself, right? You are absolutely driving that mindset onto your team. In other words, your team can feel that you're not good enough of a leader. See, when you are questioning if you are good enough of a leader, you have a sense of blockage that you are not willing to do certain required activities because you're not reaching out to the right prospects. You know what motivates your team to get them to work? It isn't your words. It isn't what I'm doing with you right now. I'm educating you. God willing, you pick up 5% of what I'm sharing with you right now and apply it. But it is activity. It doesn't matter what I tell you if what I'm advising you with right now is not translating in real results. It doesn't matter what I'm educating and teaching. I can say ATM until I turn blue. But if I'm not ATMing and enrolling, making moolah, money, real money, it doesn't matter. It doesn't work. So we are in a society right now, in a business society, that everybody is a coach and a guru. Everybody wants to teach and mentor and speak and motivate and inspire. But 99% of the time, no one is actually producing. It's like, coaching coaches to become coaches who coach other coaches. Now, that sounds great in theory. But if there is no real result, it ain't like no difference than a Ponzi scheme. Because you know what's wrong with a Ponzi scheme? Everybody's bringing everybody and the money keeps floating up. Once that bottom level stops, it all goes down. It just trickles down like a house of cards. So we may be in a place where sometimes we feel like, why is everybody around me skeptical? Why is my team not doing what I'm doing? Why are my members following suit and producing? Well, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, what am I not doing? Not what am I doing? What am I not doing? You may not be enrolling. You may not be performing. You may not be simplifying the process. You might not be drinking the own Kool-Aid that you're selling to the world. You may be talking a big game and barking and saying like, I'm motivated, I'm excited, we're going to do this. The next 90 days is going to be a blitz. But are you actually performing? Because we don't need more cheerleaders. We actually need more players. If you think about it, the cheerleaders team, they usually are between 30 to 40 people, right? In a basketball team, there's 5 against 5 and 8 are sitting on the bench. The arena has 25,000 people who are screaming, go, go, go. The producers are usually the few. And that's okay. But are you part of the producers? Or are you part of the actual cheerleaders who are close enough to the producers, but they're just blending in, right? They're good at jumping, but they're not actually winning the championships. Or are you just a fan who just keeps on paying to attend the game and scream and cheers and claps and gets all through the emotional roller coaster and not actually perform? Not actually do anything really that adds to the championship itself. I ask of you, performance is the only thing that's going to create a motivated team. If I'm working with you, if you're not performing, I know what I got to do. I got to go and perform. Because when I run the 4-minute 1 mile in 4 minutes, I showed you what's possible. When I drive this vehicle and I show you how effective, efficient it is and how it can get me from where I am to that desired destination in the most pleasant way possible in a perfect timing, you're going to feel comfortable and confident. All right, Ali, can I take it for a spin? Because I showed you what's possible. I showed you what's possible. And different people are going to have different levels of speed, right? Not everybody's going to go like pedal to the metal like I am. But if I show you what's possible with a vehicle, you're going to feel comfortable, and definitely you're going to start picking everybody up and feel confident to tell everybody, you got to get in this car. You know, the driver I'm working with just showed me how smooth it is, and look at this button and look at that. You're easily promoting that vehicle because I showed you what is doable with it, how safe it is. So as a driver, you, the leader, are you actually performing, or do you keep just looking at that car and say, man, what a beautiful car, and leave it parked year round? You have to perform. Performance is the only answer to momentum for your team. Your performance, your activity, your enrollment. When was the last time you enrolled? When was the last time you rank advanced? You know what your team are thinking? If you haven't enrolled, if you haven't ranked advanced, most likely you're not having any results. I was talking to a young lady from New Mexico yesterday, and she's considering to build her network marketing company. And she's talking to me about the issues and the limited beliefs that she's experiencing and where she needs help. And I asked her straight up, I'm like, what is the one thing that you feel like you really, really need to work on? She said, well, my upline has been in the same position for 5 years. I don't want to be that. I was like, wow, if that is not a revelation, why that person's limited beliefs are created by their own upline who's not rank advancing. It was incredible. So what is your team seeing in you? A leader? Someone who's stuck in the same position? Someone who flip-flops and does multiple things? Someone who's misorganized? My pet peeve is when somebody says, hey, I know you're busy. No, I'm not busy. I'm extremely organized. That's why you need to go on my calendar. I'm not busy. Busy people are those who are not organized. They're all over the place. They cannot control their own schedule. I'm extremely organized. Don't insult me and ever say, hey, I know you're busy. I'm extremely organized. And there are priorities. And you might not be part of that priority today, not because I don't love you or respect you, but just because there are other people who came on that very organized list in my calendar, and they just happen to have a priority. First come, first serve. I'll schedule you in the appropriate time. What is your team member seeing in you? A motivated, excited, fearless leader? Someone who's working? Your true character never shows up when things are good, by the way. Your true character is only going to show up when things are bad, when things are challenging, when things are not best. It's extremely important for you to acknowledge the fact that you are forever and forever going to be a student. But the day you think and you say, oh, I've done this for a very long time, I've done it before and before and again, is the moment you need to sit your butt down and get a lesson called humility. I can teach you all about that. I'm the best when it comes to humility. I'm the great. The irony. What I'm saying is you got to get a checkup from the neck up. I know we all love the idea of being entrepreneurs. I know we love the idea of teaching and mentoring and showing to others what is possible. But I also do know that if you're sitting in the same spot, and I'm talking, I'm not talking about rank advancements here. If you have no progression, if you have no small wins, if you have no new prospects, if you have no new people that are being ATM'd, that tells me everything that I need to know about you as a leader. And guess what? Everyone else knows you as a leader. So it is time to make a difference. Mad, right? It is time to make a difference. Let's get mad together. Let's change things, because in order for things to change, we must change. It is not about what I represent in my company. It's what impact am I creating? Who am I to the masses in my company? And I'm talking about I as in you. You got to stop, man. No more will I ever accept mediocrity. And I'm talking about myself. I wake up every single morning and I say, man, I wish I could do more. I've heard a quote that says, lazy people do just as little as possible and expect to be given everything, while hardworking people work so hard, wake up early and go to bed extremely late and do all in, and they wonder, have I done enough? Have I done enough? If you're not asking yourself at nighttime, man, I could do more. I could so do more. Tomorrow will be so much better. I will increase. I will improve. I will be faster, better, greater. It's time to take a little bit of an evaluation of who you are in your own skin, in your own mindset. And sometimes you need to slow to speed up, right? Like I know I had to do that many times in my career, even recently. Hey, I'm going to take a step back in here to take a very full view at all things that I'm doing. What is making me money? What is wasting me money? Where am I effective and where am I just doing things and I'm thinking to myself that I'm actually being productive? Am I using social media to build a business, or am I using social media to waste my time and scroll around and do absolutely nothing relevant? Slow down, reevaluate your blueprint of what you're doing right now, and it is time to produce. Forget perform. People who perform, yeah, they could be actors, but it's time to produce. At the end of the day, am I producing results that are advancing me to my reason why, that are advancing me to my core values, that are advancing me to the milestones that I've set out to myself? 2 years ago today, this very same day, and I shared a 37-minute video that our CEO and I, Jimmy Ezel, we've done, talking about this idea of this entrepreneurial community. And we were talking, I watched the whole thing this morning. I was like, man, it's impeccable. I got to watch this again. It reminded me what it started it all. We were talking about real things that impact entrepreneurship: lead generation, more customer acquisition, building a true business as an entrepreneur. And it reminded me, am I doing those things that we said or set out to do day one? I mean, it was such a foundational piece of what we've created as an entrepreneurial community. In that video, we decided that we're going to provide you, the entrepreneur, with all things you could ever imagine in order to succeed, whether it's in our business model or yours. But we said we were going to provide it all. We're going to get back to basics, and we're going to create success stories. You being the success story, me being the success story. Everybody in here can do so in your own vehicle, but you're in charge. You're the driver. If the driver is not trusted, I can't control everything else. But if you, the driver, work on yourself to produce, to make sure that there's enough gas in the car, to make sure that you're following the law of the traffic and everything that's ahead of you, I promise you're going to be the best at what you do. And we're right here available to you. And if you say, well, Ali, I don't even have a vehicle, I'm not in business yet, the Young Entrepreneur Project is here for you. Talk to us. We have a vehicle. We could use you as a leader, as a trainer, as a mentor, inspiring, motivating, coaching, training with results. It doesn't matter how inspirational you can be. I don't care how good is your attraction marketing post of the day. It only matters is, are you creating results or are you just talking the talk? I appreciate you and I thank you. We'll be back Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you in the United States, please enjoy a safe, happy, healthy 4th of July this Sunday as we are celebrating freedom and independence. I'm very, very grateful for each and every one of you, and I'm grateful for this country. As complicated as it may be at times, as polarized as it looks from the outside looking in, best country that I've ever had the privilege to live in and to make my home. It's given me everything that I am today. It came 18 going on 19 years ago. What is it, 2000? Wow, it actually has been 19 years, June 20th. That's incredible. 19 years ago, this guy came saying, me no English, working in restaurants and dishwashing and taking out trash. And here I am now sitting before you at a company that's about to launch its crowdfunding, that's about to be listed in NASDAQ, that is operating in 6 continents, and you're a part of it. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. I'm appreciative for everything that God has blessed us with within this company, within this community, that I can live out my freedom each and every single day. So I appreciate you and I thank you. And until next time, peace out, everybody. Bye-bye. See y'all later. Live out your freedom. Do it right or don't do it at all. See ya.